9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the garden with a green leaf sway, see bunnies rolling up, we light it all way. Mr. Getter's got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Shouting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Hello, happy
Forgot to put us in there for a second.
Wednesday. I noticed.
That's all right. That's all right. We're here now. It's Wednesday.
Yes, it
A special
is.
guest in the house.
We do. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, this is our first Wednesday night back as the Garden Cultivation Network. So this is exciting. This is our first guest, and personally, I couldn't think of anybody better to bring on for our first guest. I don't know about
Me
you, but
either. No, he was actually the one who broke my cherry for my first solo interview. So I am excited to have him on as our first.
yes, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think he might have been your very first interview ever, as well. Like
He
as
was.
a team.
Yep.
He interviewed you,
Even
and then you got to interview him as your first as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yes. So for those who don't know, this is who we have on. Ganix.
Ready?
Yo, what up, everybody? How are we doing today? You already know.
We have Sly, aka Loco. Yes.
How you
doing,
so
man?
Excited.
What I do. I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing? How's everybody out there doing? J Rats, what up? Ken Alicia, Crackhead. You already know everybody else. How we doing today in the chat?
Yes.
Hanging out. Everybody's active. Saying their piece
thank
in
you
the chat.
so much for joining us. For those who don't know, did you want to give yourself a little introduction?
Sure.
I'm sure everybody knows, but
yeah, you know, but there's probably somebody out there who does it. For those who don't know, my name is Sly, aka Loco. I have been a content creator for about I want to say about 3 years now, but I've been growing cannabis for about 5 years. I've had a wicked story, and we'll get into that later about my whole story and all that. But I've been, I have a show on YouTube now called Canna Combos, which I have had C Bunny on. I've had Mr. Ganix. I've had basically everybody out there in the community. Also, Ken Alicia's coming up. Fucking J Rats. We just booked him for today. So, bam to J Rats.
That is so exciting.
J Rat, we got him on. El Connoisseur is on Saturday. So make sure to tap in. Everybody, you know, this is what I do is I'm been here to try to bring the knowledge of cannabis to the community, to everybody, and also try to get everybody out of their shell. So if I see you out there and see your content, I will try to get you out of your shell and try to get you on a good show, or like, you know, an easier show to come out on to, I guess. I kind of make it easier for everybody. So
you're a very easy conversation.
100%.
Thank you.
You're a very easy conversation. Yeah. You're there. I don't think there's been a time that we've had you on or we've been on your show where it was just kind of like awkward. You know what I mean? Never.
Oh, yeah.
It's always just been so comfortable, and I don't know, something about you, big teddy bear. You're just kind of you know?
Yeah, it's something that I do. I've always been really good at just talking with people and being able to meet just random people and connecting like we've known each other our whole lives or something. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
And so, for instance, there was this one time where I was at I forget, a concert at a fucking Santana concert. I was at a Santana concert.
Mm.
This white lady comes to sit next to me, and you would never think this white lady and me would click. But sure enough, end of the fucking concert, she's over here loving me. Her husband actually grabbed her and was like, "Hey, this is my chick." I'm like, "Hey." I know, bro. That's your woman. I'm just
We're cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just be friendly, man. It's not my fault that everything that I say rolls off a tortilla like hot butter and shit. But yeah, so for everybody who don't know, also I was in a coma. I think it was 2016. I was in a coma for 3 weeks, and I caught swine flu, and I had almost died. So that was a big journey, big crazy. But after that, I stopped.
Yes.
After that coma, I stopped drinking. I stopped doing drugs. I just completely changed my life around. I went from, I like to say, I crawled through a river of shit, and I came out clean on the other side. So
Yeah.
I've been.
Was it like?
Then, like,
what did you have? Like, I don't even want to say like a dream or whatever. Like, just
a near-death
experience. Did you just kind of have that, like, mental experience, I guess, and you just woke up and you're like, I can't fucking do this anymore?
Well, what had happened was so we'll get to the beginning of it. I was drinking and I was drugging real bad, right? So I'd been an alcoholic for like, I want to say about maybe about 12 years at this point. Straight, right?
It's a long time.
Well, that's a long time for the age I was, you know? And I'm talking alcoholic, like every day, need this shit, otherwise I can't function. And so I got to the point where I was drinking a half gallon of vodka almost every other day, of 100 proof vodka, mind you. And I would always go for the cheap shit like Monarch or something. So my heart started giving out, and I got congestive heart failure. And this is before shit. That was before that. Fuck. I was swelling up, and I was like 400 pounds. And I just wasn't healthy. I was smoking meth. I was out in the game, just doing shit that you shouldn't be doing. I was just I was a piece of shit, guys. I'll say it right now. I was a fucking piece of shit. Nobody liked me. Like, only the people who I drank with really liked me, but all the other people, like, I was an asshole, man. I was a dick, and I wouldn't shut up. I always run my mouth and try and fucking act like I'm bigger than I was. I was one of those gangsters that you did not want to talk to and shit.
Yeah.
And that happened. So one day I was sitting there, and I had went and worked on my friend's toilet. Okay, because I'm always been the kind of guy that if you're in trouble and you're my friend, I'll be there no matter what. Yeah. You let me know, hey, there's something going on. Can you come help me with my toilet? I'm fucking there, dude. So I hop up and I go run to my homie's house, and we're working on the toilet. And like, it was backing up into the tub. Like, it was that plugged, like bad. But at that time I was like, man, stick my hand in there and try to get whatever's plugged, get it out. Right. And this is shit water, all nasty and shit. But I didn't care, because I was like, oh, I'm tough. You know, I can handle it. I'm tough. I'm never going to get sick or nothing.
Nothing so that's where me.
Nothing could touch me. I'm all twacked out, thinking I'm fucking all methed out.
Superman
and shit. Right. Yeah. Well, that little virus showed me real fucking quick. I ain't fucking as tough as I thought I was.
Humbled you.
It humbled the shit out of me, because next thing I know, I'm sick. And I'm sick as a dog. Like, I go to the hospital, I'm sick, right? They're like, is this the sickest that you've ever been? I'm like, oh yeah. I've never felt like this. Like, I'm fucked up. And they're like, well, okay, we're gonna send you home. So they sent me home. Thanks, man. They sent me home, and I was like sitting there, and I was like, fuck, you know what? I think I'm gonna take another hit of meth. Maybe that'll fix it, right? Fucking meth heads. And so I was like,
sorry.
No, it's totally understandable. Because I mean, really, who the fuck, like, only a meth head would be like, hey, you know what? Let me smoke some more meth. And maybe
This will
that'll
fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
so I took this big ass hit, and I was like, "Oh shit, that did not fucking fix anything." And I was like, "Oh shit, like I can't breathe." So I went on the toilet. I was actually on the toilet when I called 911 because I couldn't fucking breathe. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, tell my wife, "Call 911." She's like, you know, at the moment we weren't in good terms and shit. So she was like, "Whatever." So she handed me the phone. I called. I'm like, "Yo, come get me." Next thing I know, they're there, and I'm going out to the ambulance, and they're getting me inside, and they're like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know, dude. If I could tell you, I would." And they're
I'm
just,
not a
"Oh,
doctor.
shit." I'm not a doctor. All I know is I can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
they're rushing me in. Okay, and so then all I remember is the lights from when they were wheeling me into the hospital, and then boom, that's it. Next thing I
Nothing
know,
else.
I'm flying in like kind of clouds, pink clouds, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. I like to say I watched it a lot, so I think that's what was stuck in my head. But I'm flying through clouds, and I could hear hell. Now I've heard hell before. Okay, I've almost died other times, and it's something that I gotta tell you guys: you will never, ever, ever be able to forget and distinguish from anything else. Like, it doesn't sound like anything else. You fucking know. When I heard my hell, that's what the fuck was what I heard. And I heard it getting louder and louder and louder. And I was getting closer and closer and closer. And I was like, that's when the fear kicked in. Boom. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh shit, I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Like, this is it. I'm going to hell, you know? And I started like praying, you know, oh God, please don't. Please, no, I don't think I did that bad. And then I started going up. And I had that music fed out, and like reggae music fed in. Like, I don't even like reggae. At this time, I didn't even like reggae. So I don't even know where the fuck this shit came from. But I tell you this much, guys, I felt the most peace I have ever felt in my fucking life. Like, it was peace. I felt acceptance. I felt like, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what's happening. And hey, fuck it. So then I talked to whoever it is man, woman, I don't know, but it was God talking to me saying, hey, you're the light. You were put on earth for a reason, to bring people together. So do what the fuck you're supposed to do, not the fuck part, but like straight up. Because, you know, they were telling me, and I was a hardhead. Trust me. Nobody's going to be able to tell me anything to do except for God. Like Tupac says, only God can judge me, or only God can get me to do it. So, you know, told me what I needed to hear. Told me to get my shit together. Stop everything that I'm doing. This isn't the road that I'm supposed to be on. Boom, right? And I told them, okay, I'll do it. You send me back, I'll do it. Oh, and one other thing they said that no matter what, my soul was coming back. Even if my body was dead, my soul was going to come back, because I'm one of these people that get to come back and touch all these lives. And so at the time, I didn't really know. I was just like, okay, boom, wake up in the hospital. Wake up in the hospital, and I'm just fucked up, guys. Like, hurt. Like, I kept thinking I was in a car wreck. So I keep telling people, hey, man, was that an accident? Well, I couldn't talk for like a week or like a couple of days, because I had this big ass fucking thing in my mouth.
I was gonna say, you probably had all the tubes and shit down your throat and up your nose, and all kinds of
all of it. So for those, if you guys want to, you can go on my YouTube page and go all the way down on my YouTube page, and you can see a video of me in that coma. So yeah,
really?
Yeah, you guys, I'll you know what, I might as well fucking clip it one of these days. I'm gonna clip it and put it on there so everybody can see. But
part of your story, man. And I mean, it helped make you who you are today. So I mean, as bad an experience as it was, now you're here to talk about it, so you can look back at that and turn it into a positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Instead of always dwelling on it as a negative, you can look at this now as a positive and just go, you know what, this is what did it for me.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And that's why I look at it now. I looked at that video to remind me that this was actually a good thing. It was actually one of the best things to ever happen to me, because in that hallucination time, I had seen where meth came from the devil to whispering into the makers of Hitler's scientists, to going from the dealer, from the big dealers to small guy to me sitting there hitting it. Like I seen it all, guys, and I was like, nope, boom, put it down and haven't touched it since that coma. Now the alcohol was a little bit longer after that to get over because that was a little bit harder hump, you know. But once I got over that alcohol, that's it, guys. I fucking did not look back. I lost 170 pounds. I got off of my probation, off of fucking everything. When I got a job, got my license, got my gun rights back, my voting rights. I fucking straight up, I'm 100% legit now. And this is like,
I love it.
That's like yo, I got pulled over.
So was it?
What's up?
Was it a while before you started growing, or were you already growing?
No, I was not. I was not growing at this point. I had always wanted to dabble, and I had done like the plant in the window. We had done that one time, and we got like one little bud off the top. It was a solo cup. Like now that I think about it, I was like, oh my god, I've actually done a solo cup before, and got it to flower.
Yeah,
didn't flower or anything the way that we do nowadays, but and that was my only experience with growing weed at that time. And then after all that, I had fixed my life and everything. I was losing all the weight, but we had got our house. We had got the chance to buy a house, and so my wife put it in, bought the house. Like I'm telling you guys, all these things just happened in a perfect little row to where it was meant to be, guys. It was fucking meant to be.
Took everything to fall apart for it to all be put into place. Together.
Oh yes, and now
I think what it comes down to though is like when you're in that state before the coma, before you had that life-changing experience, because I've dealt with addictions before. You're in a fucking bad place. You're negative, whether you know it or not. You know what I mean? You're just, like you said, you're shitty. You're shitty. And the more shitty you are to people, it comes back to you. It's that energy that you put out. It's always going to come back to you in the same way that you put it out.
Facts.
So as soon as you change your mind state, and once you got clean and you were, seeing things clear again, you changed your mind. You're seeing things differently.
That's literally what happened too, because I had to start changing my mindset with everything, the way that I feel, the way that I think, the way that I react, the way that just all these things. Like I took a lot of pages from the sobriety, NAAA. Now they had made me go back in the day, and that was the worst thing because they made me go. I didn't want to go, right? And so most of it didn't stick in my head, but after all the years of going, some of it stuck in my head, right? And so I started applying that to my real life. Like I wasn't doing the 12 steps. I never went to an AA or anything like that because I was done with alcohol. When I was done, I was fucking done. I ain't going back to that shit, But it helped me realize triggers the things that happen to lead up. Oh, this is why I was so angry. Oh, and anger leads to a bad road. If you're angry inside, so you just gotta change your mindset. You gotta fucking do better. But I do know that once I did get over it, oh my god, it was just a fucking night and day, guys. I'm telling you, like my license, like I got pulled over recently, and the cop came up and he was like, "You have a perfect driving record," and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Thank you, officer." Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You just made my day. And he was like, "No, you made my day. You were nice." And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm like, this can't get any better. Oh my god, this is like."
And you go back 10 years. You go back 10 years. Even myself, I go back 10 years. I get pulled over. I'm probably leaving in handcuffs.
Yeah, no, I would 100% been in jail. Like I wouldn't even have my license, bro. I didn't get my license until I was till 3 years ago. So I'm 39 right now. So yeah, fucking way too long without a license. I'll tell you that much. And
that was me.
Yeah, you too?
Until 3 years ago.
Nice, man. And driving legit just feels, it's a different fucking feeling, man.
It is. It is.
So much better. I love that feeling. It's just being legit. Oh.
And back in the day, you'd probably like, these are things now as an adult you look at and you're like, you're proud. We're back 10, 15, 20 years ago. Be like, clean? No.
Yeah.
Legit?
really,
No.
I
So,
really thought that I was gonna be one of those alcoholics for life. Like
yeah.
well, now that I look back at it, I realized I was trying to kill myself with alcohol, and and I succeeded because I died. So I say it sometimes. This wasn't the plan. The plan wasn't to come back, but it was God. It was God's plan for me to be back and to be touching all these
Yeah.
lives. And that's why, guys, I be out there when I see anybody out there, J Rad, C Bunny, all you out there, to where like you guys are supporting in the community. You guys are there in the community. Why not be part of the community? Come on. Like, let's
Yeah,
go, man.
absolutely.
The best place to come on is my show to like get started, because it's just so easy. Like I make things easy for everybody. At least I try.
You do. You honestly really do. Like when C Bunny was going on, I was like, man, he's so cool to talk to. He's easy to talk to. So just go on and
Yeah,
do
because
it.
I
It'll be fun.
hesitated.
I know you did. I was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna get her. You, Marina High Tide too. I've been trying to get her. She will not fucking do it. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm the guy that you want to do it with. What are you doing? Like, but I guess not.
Yeah.
I'll get her
It's a
one
cool
of these
show.
days.
So if there's anybody out in
So
the chat
going-
that hasn't seen it, go over to Can of
Yes.
Combos on YouTube and check it out. It's got some
Check it out, baby.
So
crazy interviews on there, so go check it out.
he does. Actually, you just had Spartan, I believe.
We just had Spartan Grows. Yep, and just had him on.
Oh,
Yeah, he is very knowledgeable cat, man. Oh,
He
We actually
is
met Spartan in
really?
in person.
him and the GML crew came to Toronto for that conference that we went to.
Okay.
So they had a booth there. So we'd known Spartan for quite a while at this point. So we were able to just walk up and be like, hey, what's going on? High five, shake hands.
Nice.
It was pretty dope.
Why didn't you guys post it?
It's on our
It's
Instagrams.
on there? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
collab
it's
with
back
them and
a
everything?
ways.
Okay. I don't think I saw that.
No, I don't know if we
it's-
collabed with them or not. I think it was just like
Yeah.
a reel of all the different things that we did over the course of like the 2 or 3 days that
Yeah.
we were there.
Okay. Well, one thing
So-
that we were talking about while he was on is UVC lighting for IPMs. Have you guys heard of this?
Those are the green lights, right?
The green lights, yeah, but they give out ultraviolet C, which is different than ultraviolet A and B. C is one that doesn't even usually get to the atmosphere because the atmosphere blocks it from the sun, blocks it before it gets to us. That's why it's like something that's not even really heard of, but it's kind of like a radiation too. So that's why they say do not turn that light on while you're in there.
Yeah, and it's lights off too, I believe, right? When the
Lights
lights
off
are
too is
off,
the
it
best
comes
time
on
that you
for
wanna
like
do it.
for only like a
Yeah.
few minutes.
15 minutes at a time. That's all he wants you to do. Actually, Spartan said the best thing to do is 15 minutes at just one, like once a day or something for preventative. But he has heard of people doing it 3 times a day at 15 minutes. And that was like, hey, yo, like you better be careful, man, because it can mess up the plants too. So
I
just
imagine
thought
that's why it's only short increments.
Yeah, and it says on
crazy.
the packaging and everything to like keep it 15-minute increments. I just think that is fascinating that we can use this light to kill the bugs in our tents
Without spraying our
Fungus.
plants.
Yeah, without spraying. But just
exactly.
Which means if
imagine
you
it
have
gets
So how would that affect them in flower? Would that still be okay in flower? Because I know this is everybody's major problem when they have a bug infestation. Nobody ever gets a bug infestation in veg. It's always flower.
I know.
It's when you can't spray your plants. So
I know.
Exactly.
I imagine that's probably why they came out with something like this. It's because you shouldn't spray your plants in flower. So I imagine you can turn this on, lights off, and it's gonna help kill whatever's in there.
Yeah. So that's why I think that's why they want it done in flower, or lights off. I don't know. Supposedly, he said that it doesn't affect the plants, so that it like the photoperiod cycle that it doesn't interrupt it. So because they're at 15-minute increments, that it doesn't interrupt it. So
and it's a green light too. So I don't. Yeah. I heard somebody saying something about the green light thing was a myth. I don't know. I don't know. Not the
it's only
not the IPM thing for being able to go in and work on your plants. You remember how people were saying put the green light on, the plants can't see it. something like that.
And
so
there's
I wonder if
also
that's maybe what it is.
I think it might be that, and also well because the light itself, the fixture is green. I don't know if the emitting light is green. I think it might be ultraviolet, but I'm not too sure there. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about I lost it. Anyways, that is stupid cool. I want to try it. I want to try it out. Like I'm gonna pick one up, and when they like the price goes down a little bit, I'm gonna fucking
Mad Hatter. I don't know if you know who Mad Hatter Organic is or not, but he came on quite a long time ago, and he was talking about these lights. Same deal. They're green. They're for IPM, and they're circle, and they go around the underside of your plants, basically on the edge of the pot or just on the inside of the pot, and they shine the light up. And it was another type of IPM light, similar to that. Like I don't know if they. This is going back quite a while ago, like I don't know, a year ago.
Yeah,
maybe more.
I guess it's old technology. Spartan was saying that the patent had went up on it, and so that's why Grandmaster LEDs, that's who his company is.
Yeah.
They picked it up, and so they started doing it, and that's so if the patent went up, I think it's a couple years before patent expires. So it had to have been out for a while.
Yeah, he was telling us about it quite a while ago, anyways. And he was saying they sent him one. They sent him one, and he tried it, and
he liked it. Good. I was gonna say about the green lights. When shining the green lights, supposedly it'll show the walkways of some pests, like the little trails that they take and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've heard of this, Bunny? Okay, all right.
No, I haven't. I just think it's cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I grabbed the green light, because I was like, oh, I thought I had pests, and I wanted to see if they were walking or see their trails. I guess you just shine the green light. Yeah, their path on the plants with the green light, and they'll light up. Supposedly, I don't know if it's aphids or what pest that does that, but one of them does.
That's crazy. Huh.
So going back to Sly, aka Loco, how did you come up with that name?
Oh, well, so Sly was this kind of a stupid story, but my homie,
those are the best.
They're always the best. My homie,
it's just with us. Nobody else can hear you.
Yeah, nobody else out there in the chats can hear. Well, one of my homies, he came up and he was like, "Hey, what would your porno name be?" And I was like, "Huh?" He's like, my porno name would be Sly Valentine. And I was like, bro, you're not even Sly, dog. Like, that would be mine. And so I took it from him. And I took that fucking name. And so I ran with that name forever after that.
I love it.
Because I'm more slick than he is. Like, I mean, come on, let's be 100. Like, it was meant for me. So it's kind of a fucked up story on the Sly part. Now, as for the Loco part, Loco I've always been. Ever since I was gangbanging, fucking 13-year-olds started gangbanging out here in the streets in this little ass town I was at. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're Loco because you'll do things that won't be done, like nobody else has the courage to do." And so I was like, "Fucking hey, it's here, let's go." And I was like, I wanted to be the baddest a bit. I'm one of those people that's good at anything you do. So I was gonna do gangbanging. Well, then I was gonna do it the best, and so I tried the hardest, and I got the best stripes, and I went to jail the most, and I did all this crazy stupid shit.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home, baby. And so that stuck. After that, I was Loco, and I've been Loco ever since. I need to get that tatted on me. I was gonna get it tatted on the back, or a long time ago, but we never finished it. We went to go steal fucking stereos instead.
Because you Loco, man.
And Loco is what I do, vato. El connoisseur, that vato right there, he knows. He remembers what it's like.
So on Saturday, are you going on their show, or is he going on your show?
No, he's coming
on yours.
Yeah. Nice. El Connoisseur hasn't been on the show since, for a minute. It's been a minute since he's been on. So him too. I popped his cherry también. Because that guy was in the background just liking everybody, supporting everybody. And I'm like, no, what the fuck, man?
He's got to be one of the most supportive people in the community, to be honest with you. Like,
straight up, and he's a caregiver, so you know he's got time. Like when he's not taking care of his dad, you know, to come like to be on here supporting this shit, and that's why I was like, dude, you're one of the ones that are back there. I always see your post, always see you in the back of Pigeons. I think it was Pigeons. Well, definitely Instagram. All the stuff, and I was like, bro, come on, dog, man. So I talked him into it. He didn't want to do it either. He was like, no, you know, I'm not good on camera. I don't want to show my ugly mug. And I was like, you stop it right there. You are not ugly. You are beautiful.
You are a beautiful human being, and you're coming on the damn show.
You're fucking gorgeous, and get your ass on the show. But he finally said yeah, and so he came on, and I had him on back on Instagram Live days. So this was a while ago, guys. Like I've been banned from going live on Instagram it's been a year already.
Has it been a year already?
I think it has, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah, because I remember, I don't remember the day, but I remember when you made that switch from doing your Instagram show to YouTube, because it was like you were having the same issues that everybody else was. That's why we ended up saying fuck it and left, was because like half the time you couldn't see people, you could hear them, but it would be just your own screen and you could hear the other person, or it would be a black screen for them and you could still hear them, but you couldn't see them. And when you're trying to like show people things, and you know, when you're trying to have a conversation face to face, like you might as well just do it over the telephone. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. So when that started happening, I was like, okay, because once I started this show, I was like, I'm gonna take this shit seriously, and so I'm gonna start booking everybody, and I'm gonna like do as much as I can to make a good show for the interviewee, right? So that they have a good time and they're, you know, like my show and shit. So I would try to, when that started happening, the black screens, I was like, fuck, man, I can't see them. I can't see if they're smiling. That's why I'm blinking on his name too. Mills. When Mills came on, I couldn't fucking see his face. Or no, he couldn't see my face. I could see his face, but he couldn't see mine. So we could like, it was a little awkward because he couldn't see with I'm smiling. Like if you see somebody smiling, it makes you feel a little bit better, and whatever you're talking about is actually interesting and is, you know, because if you don't see somebody, if you're not seeing feedback coming back like they're in the conversation, you're not as confident and wanting to talk and stuff, right? So
exactly
when we did that one, I was like, oh man, I was like, fuck it, we're going through with the show, and I'm just gonna try my best, because like Tommy Two Buzz said smiles are contagious, and he's fucking true. 100, but
it is 100 very true.
It's very true, man. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take all these fucked up situations and I'm just taking it as learning. You know, I'm gonna keep on acting like I could see him. I'm gonna keep on smiling like it, you know, because the viewers want to see. So,
one thing that it definitely did do, like for myself, is it made me better at doing this, because we used to have to do the show your grows, like the Grow Me Garden shows. We used to have to do those, and half the time I couldn't see people's screens.
Oh man!
So I'd have to just sit there and pretend like I'm like, nice garden.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I'd have to go back and watch it. Then I'd have to go back and watch it like later on or the next day or something. And then I could see everything, but couldn't see shit when I was on screen live in front of everybody.
Yeah. And I don't understand why Instagram started doing that shit. It started happening with me. Okay. This is my theory. Okay. Because I had Rob from CLTV on, and as soon as I had Rob on, that's when I got all his haters. So whoever his fucking haters are, because they hate Rob. They fucking hate Rob, man. They fuck with him so bad. So once I had him on, boom, I got all his haters. And then I started getting flagged. I started getting fucking just, then all the Instagram bullshit started happening where I couldn't see the faces. And then it would be like, and then it just popped up and say, oh no, you're ineligible to, like, you're not eligible for lives. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what do you mean? And you know when this happened? You guys, this happened when I had fucking Caroline Rodriguez, which is another, because if you guys don't know, I had Zigzag from MB Riders on, which that was that was a dream. That was a like dream, you guys. Oh my God. If I could go back, 13-year-old me would have fucking died. would straight up fall out and be like, you had zigzag, like. But I had another singer, Caroline Rodriguez, lined up, right? And she's a Dope House record singer she sang with SPM back in the day. And so
Nice.
I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe this is happening right now, man. And sure enough, ever since then I haven't been able to go on live. So
yeah,
I'm like, you know what?
That's one thing I've never had to where I couldn't actually go live. I always had like the Instagram bans, and I've lost my accounts, like just gone through the ringer with Instagram. But that's one thing I never lost was my lives.
Oh yeah,
it was crazy, yeah.
Huh.
And we used to go live every week. Like at one point in time, I was going live 7 days a week on Instagram.
Yeah, no, I see some people
just going on and fucking around.
I see, Bunny remembers. She's like, "Oh, I remember." I was mad fucking jealous when I saw that shit because I saw everybody else still going live, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why is it attacking me?" And I just kept on putting it. Hey, it's got to be the haters. It's got to be the haters, man. And I think really what I think it was is I was getting too big. I was getting too big too, man. Because once you start
getting a lot of engagement on your page,
a lot of engagement, it was going professional, it was going really good. But then all of a sudden, I started getting flagged for some other shit, and I was like, "Oh my God, now I got to turn it off professional and go private." And so I had to turn it private, and now my page has been private ever since. But there is one thing that's good about private: you get more quality followers because you get to see who's joining on your page first. You get 100%. To say, "Hey, you want to let them in or not?" You know. And there's a little 3 buttons up there in the top. Hit that and go to About Account, and it'll tell you if they've had fucking 10 different usernames or when they joined or where they're from, you know. And if they got like a bunch of usernames, I don't let them in because I'm like, nah, it's scanning this shit. But there are some real people.
Yeah, you get the scammers that are out there that change your name once a month and they just go take on somebody else's identity for a little while. Like I got a message today from Fast Buds. They got 19,000 subscribers. And they told me to tap into their Telegram. I'm like, no, Fast Buds ain't telling people to tap into their Telegram.
Right there, Telegram. Yeah. That's why. And I had made the post and said, hey, took off anybody who had Telegram. Boom, 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 deleted all that shit because I was like, look, man, Telegram, I'm sorry if you're on Telegram and you're not a scammer. I'm sorry. But everybody else on there is a fucking scammer. So I'm not fucking dealing with that shit.
In my experiences, the people that I've met from there, they're all scammers. So
all scammers, dude. So
I feel
if anything says for everybody out there, if they say Telegram, cut it loose. Not a real person. Don't even fuck with it. Yeah, man. I'm sorry for Telegram, but that shit is boof. It's fucking trash.
The lights keep going on and off in here.
Now, I usually don't get high during episodes, so I want you guys to realize how fucking special you two are, right?
Well, then, I better take a rip with you then.
Everybody, let's blaze up. Fuck it. We blaze it up today.
We are. So what are you smoking on?
Surprisingly, I am smoking on some cookies vape cartridge that has 2 sides, 2 flavors. So you got Gary Payton on one side. Yeah, Gary Payton on one side and Velvet's on the other. The cool thing is, you go down here and you hit this button twice. Let's see if I can do it. Hold on, that's once, twice. Wait, hold on. Once you hit it twice, it turns on both flavors. So you got red and blue. So now you got both flavors combined.
That's dope.
Ooh, yeah.
Elkanah, god dang it. I will try to like keep it professional, motherfucker. Damn. But today I'm not trying to be professional. I'm just chilling. So
we chilling.
Well,
that's the whole point of this.
That's right.
Like, I don't like the whole interview thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just hang out, have a conversation, and we go wherever the conversation goes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I totally feel it. Now, I'm guilty of that because, like, I write a bunch of questions down and I go through your Instagram and I'll see what's up. Like El Connoisseur's episode coming up next. He has been up to a lot since I interviewed him last. So like, there's mad shit I'm gonna have to ask him, dude. Like, fuck, man, he started a whole business. He's got merch. He's got, dang, good lord, brother, this guy has killed it. So, and you guys too. You got your own merch. You got your new show. I'm like, fuck, man, you guys are fucking killing it. So both of you are gonna have to be ready for to come on for your YouTube episodes. Like, because everybody that I've done the Instagram episodes, I'm gonna have to bring back on so that we can do a YouTube one where I can edit it and make it look all nice and put your names in there, you know.
And that's kind of what we're doing now too. We're just working back through the list of people that we've been through, and you know, and we'll discover some new people in the mix as well. Where you kind of you bring them in between and stuff like that. But there's been so many people that we did on our old account on Instagram that never we haven't been able to bring them over here yet. So stay tuned.
So Tyler said he must be high because he doesn't think I get high. No. I don't get high before my episodes. When I'm trying to interview people, I don't get high because I try to keep a straight mind.
Tries to keep it 100.
You know, I got to keep it 100 and fucking just be like, I feel like the energy isn't. It's still good, but I could get my words out better when I'm not as high.
Yeah.
you know.
I like to get a couple.
I get that.
Couple bong rips in, and it just kind of takes the edge off, and it makes everything easy and mellow. And
yes, it does make it. It does take the fuck it. It gives you the fuck it. There you go. It gives you the fuck it. Like, fuck, I don't care. I'm gonna talk whatever I talk. But for me, I can't fucking like really do the intelligent questions and the follow-up questions like I like to do, you know, because when somebody's on the episode, I'm actually listening and I want to follow up like, oh shit, how did that feel? Oh shit, how did you get that?
Yeah.
Like, did it really? Because like there's certain things that I'm just like, now I gotta ask this person, how the fuck did that feel? You know? Because it's gotta be a crazy situation, whatever it is, because everybody's got their own stories. And crazy ass things that happen in your life. See, Bunny, I bet you got fucking stories for days. Ganix, you probably got some shit that'll blow us out the fucking water if you told us, you know. And so those questions are where I'm gonna. And you see, that's why I don't get high because I just forgot what I was talking about.
Oh shit! That's exactly what you were talking about. You don't smoke weed before the show or during the show because you like to keep it 100.
There you go.
That's right.
You keep it 100, baby. That's what I try to do.
So, what would you say is your favorite strain to smoke?
Oh man, that is a hard question, guys. With the strains out nowadays, are fucking like just. It's crazy because everything changes for me. For me personally, I will like a strain for a while and then I'll get tired of it and I'll just move on to something else. Now, my favorite overall. All right, don't hate me now. I'm gonna say.
I hope you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
No, I'm gonna say something different.
Oh boy,
Granddaddy Perp right now is pretty good. I'll go with Granddaddy Perp. What were you thinking I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna go with the trophy wife.
I knew it too. I was gonna say the trophy wife because I stopped smoking trophy wife, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you, it gets me too fucking high. And I said it before. I'll say it again. I don't like being that high, man. Shit, I still got shit to do. Like.
That's like a nighttime, like that's the last smoke of the day. I'm going to bed in an hour and I ain't doing shit between now and then.
And usually that's what I try to do, but fucking I'll eat an edible most nowadays for that. And these fucking vapes, I tell you, these fucking vapes, they got me, dude. They got me. And I hated vapes forever. I never fucking liked it. I've never done it. I've always stayed away from it. And here I go. Falling into a new vice.
See, I like the vapes. I don't really like the vapes. They make me cough. It's not the same.
Yes, and that's why
and stuff like that. But
this one doesn't do that.
It's good for during the day. Like, I'm not gonna walk around smoking. I'm not gonna get out of the car and go walking into the mall and smoke a joint between my car and the mall. But I might hit my vape pen a couple times between the car and the mall, you know, or whatever. I'm going into a restaurant or something. I'm out in public, you know, like I'm not trying to bring attention to me by the smell of weed as I'm getting in and out of my car, but I might hit that vape a little bit.
Hit that vape, easy peasy. I was walking around Costco, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm like a teenager again. Like, damn, I'm smoking in front of everybody. What a
slides in there breaking the rules.
So somebody
Costco's gonna catch wind of this. We're getting shut down by YouTube. You're probably connected. No,
that's fine. So somebody asked about what they asked about. Death Star. You know what? I did have some Death Star a couple days ago, and that shit is fire, yo. I was like,
What's that one? What's
damn,
the?
Death Star. I think it's a Granddaddy Perp cross. Somebody in the chat, tell me what's a Death Star. I don't even know the cross of it, but I know that it's fucking dang shit. And that was in a pre-roll. And over here in Washington, the pre-rolls aren't usually that good. What is the pin? I get out of the truck. Shag, excuse me, man. The pin is a cookies pin. It's a double cartridge, has 2 flavors in it. One is velvets, one is a Gary Payton, and you can turn them on. Either just hit the switch and it'll go to one side, or you can hit both sides and double hit, which gets you stupid fucking high, guys. I'm like,
That's crazy. The one guy at work, he brought in it was a 3 strain, and it was a 9 gram cartridge. There's like 3 gram cartridges, and each strain had. I don't know if he could put it on like a mix of all of them, but he could switch between all 3 of them.
oh, that's so sick.
But,
Now
yeah.
I'm not hip to the fucking vape game. Okay,
No.
I don't.
What
know
does something like that cost?
This was only $35. So
Okay, the one that
easy.
dude brought from that he got, the guy that I worked with that brought one in. I think he said it was like $100.
Ooh, well, yeah,
Oh,
it was
wow.
8 flavors.
9
Yeah,
9
9
grams.
flavors.
Oh, 9. Yeah.
No. It was 3 flavors, but 9 grams in total. So 3 grams per flavor.
Shit,
Yeah.
dude, I think that's actually a very good fucking price. Like, I'm sure you could get like over here, motherfuckers will kill to get that. Like,
Really?
but it's got to be good shit because you know what? Like, let's be 100 about it. This shit isn't always good. Like, there's some vapes that you hit and it hurts your fucking throat. It makes you feel like you're dying.
Sour Diesel.
Ooh, nice.
Sensi Star and Sour Diesel is Death Star. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Sounds tasty.
Yeah, it is tasty. I would have thought there was some runts in it or something, but there's no runts. But anyways, back to the vapes. Some of them hurt. You know this. Have you guys ever hit a vape and it like hurts? It fucking
Yep.
It
Oh yeah.
and
All of them.
like,
all of them hurt me.
You see, and they've always done that to me too, and that's why I've always stayed away. But I tried these ones, and I was like, damn, fucking burner. He figured it out. He broke the fucking code, dude. He's making some quality stuff that doesn't burn your throat. I'm like, wow.
I wonder what he's doing. I wonder what he's doing different.
Hold on, stuff.
Let me, yeah, it's very smooth. Let me take it back a little bit. It does if you hit it too hard. If you take too big of a hit, yeah, you're coughing. But if you're just normal, like I just did right now, you guys saw no coughing, right? And that's where I was like, okay, you got to learn. There's a learning curve with everything. As you guys know, if you guys have seen the blue mat system that I had, like there's a learning curve because I flooded that motherfucker a couple times.
You did it a couple times. I saw the one time that you did it for sure.
There was at least 2 or 3 times. And there was one of them I was like really, really fucking pissed. So I did not record it because I was like, I was like, yo, this is some fucking bullshit. And I got a hold of Sustainable Village. And I was like, yo, what's going on with these things? And they were like, oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably you let the carrots dry out. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, you're not supposed to do that? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh. See? Use your air, baby.
Good to know.
Yes. Okay. So for those who don't know, the Blue Mat system is a ceramic carrot watering system that takes no electricity. All it takes is gravity and a couple stupid easy to put together guys. I was standing there like, this can't be real. It's too easy, but it's just cut it, length, add these things, put the carrot. You have to soak the carrots for 15 minutes before you put it in the water or put it in the soil. So and you have to put them together underwater. There's a little bit of process here, but there's a couple of videos. Mr. Grow It just did a video.
Is that because you gotta fill the lines up or something at the same time as soaking them?
No,
it's like you're priming them.
It's because when they're soaking, you don't want any air to get into the lines. Okay. That's why. So you put it underwater and screw it together, and then you put all the lines together, and boom. Then you set the little the water, because once you go have them all in, you turn on the last one, and you turn on the middle one, and you turn on the closest one, right? And the waters will start spitting out. And when they're spitting out, then you tighten it a little bit and just to where it's a drip. Once there's one drip, you tighten it one more little square. There's little notches on the twisty thing, and so you'll know how much you're going. So you go one more little fucking thing and then leave it. That's it. That's it. From then on, as long as you keep the reservoir full, do not let the reservoir dry out. Okay, that's where I fucked up. I let the reservoir dry out, and then I thought, oh, I could just add water to the reservoir and everything would be okay. Yeah, fill it back up and the carrots would work and everything would be all right. No, that is not what happens. If you do that, it just spits it out because the carrots are dry and the ceramic is dry, so it's not porous anymore.
Right.
Or is it porous? Something like that. Something's wrong. The carrot's not working anymore. So it'll just spit the water out. So you want to be very careful for that.
Well, I noticed that with soil too. When you're hydrating soil, if you just dump water onto super dry soil, it just spills over the side. It doesn't absorb nothing. You water it in slowly. It's like it turns into like a sponge. And it just
yes, sir.
Same type of deal.
Exactly what's going on in that process. So, after that though, once you figure it out, that's it, man. I haven't fucked with it. Nothing. I went through I think about 2 or 3 grows already. With the Blue Mat system going in just my flowers, but there is enough connections. If you buy the $100 box, there's enough connections to be able to run the lines to 2 tents. So there's a splitter in there so that you could do fucking 2 tents at once, baby. It's fucking man.
Nice.
It's a good.
So how big of a reservoir does that have?
I have a 5-gallon reservoir right now, so I just took a 5-gallon bucket. You take any kind of trash can, plastic container, or anything like that.
Okay, so you make it to whatever size you want.
Yes, you make it to whatever size. So that's a disclaimer. So that's either a good or bad thing. I think of it as a good thing because now you can do whatever you want. You know, they're not like you just buy this system and you could put a fucking 500-gallon fucking tank on that bitch if you want. You know, if you ain't playing, go for a 30-gallon tank and you'll never have to water your plants again. You know?
Throw an aero mixer in there and just let it.
Actually, you don't need a air source because the water is draining the plants. The plants are drinking the water, so it's going low, and you just fill it up, and it just keeps going, dude. It's fucking crazy.
I'm pretty sure to get stale.
Yes, it doesn't have time to get stale with a 5-gallon. So let me think. If you did a 30-gallon. And you didn't have as many plants as that could drink it up, I'm sure there would be some problems that happen.
Yeah, maybe you throw a pump in there or some
if you threw an air stone or something, it would be
moving or whatever.
I don't know if you could throw an air stone because that might mess up the lines, put air in the lines. So that's a good question. I don't know about that one. But what I do know is Mr. Grow It has a 15-gallon bucket, I think he does. On his, and stupid cool. You just drill the hole and put the little connector that they give you, tighten it. Boom, there you go, done.
Crazy.
Fucking ready. Plug in the line.
There's so much new like automation technology out there,
and I didn't
even call it technology because it's like there's no power. It's gravity fed. It's like literally a bucket with a couple lines in it.
So this is actually, you know what I mean? It's actually derived from an old technology that has been around for thousands of years, I guess. I think when I was doing research on it, I'm stoned, so please don't take it like somebody go look it up. But I'm pretty sure the Egyptians used to use it. So it's that technique of using ceramic or clay pots to do this. It's fucking crazy cool, guys. Crazy cool, man. And sure enough, like you said, like there's no plug-in, nothing. It's just easy. Wow. Hook it up. You don't need an air pump. You don't need a.
Well, there's just so much of this stuff out there nowadays, like to automate your system without having to break the bank, without having to use more hydro. It's just add water and basically set it and forget it. Check on it once in a while. Make sure you're not flooding your room out.
Yes.
Make sure it's not dry. You know, your preventative maintenance type thing. Just you got to pay attention for sure still. But yeah, like I use the self-watering trays where it's just a wick system. It's like 2 wicks that go into the water.
I've always wondered about that.
It's crazy, you know.
Yeah. I've
Super
always wondered
simple,
about those.
but
Are
it
those good?
works so well. Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
Ask Bunny, like hers are a week ahead of mine.
Okay.
Same strains, same everything.
Do you have any problems with them?
Not so far. Not so far. I've only ran them for a half a grow so far, and this is going to be my very first full grow. And I'm doing autos right now.
Okay.
And my autos are already bigger than I've grown before, and they're only like that tall.
Okay.
Like my autos, I don't grow good autos at all.
Mine are in flower already, unfortunately.
Damn, that's the thing with autos, man. You have no control of it. They're gonna flower when they're gonna flower. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so while we were talking with Spartan, they said about auto flowers that if you wanted to get it bigger, that you give it red spectrum, and it'll make the plants start to stretch more, so that they can get a little bit bigger before flower. I don't know if you could do it during flower too. I think you might be able to. You might shoot Spartan a message to anybody out there if you have any questions about that. I'm sure
maybe we'll just have to get him on and talk about it.
Yes.
I think we will. I think
definitely,
we'll have to.
definitely get Spartan on, man. That guy, he knows his shit, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy too. He's smart. He knows what he's fucking talking about.
So I've stayed.
I got seeds too, actually.
Really?
The Vortex, I believe.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
Yeah,
some of the Vortex. I got those.
Yeah, he said he was gonna give me some too, so hopefully I get that. But I have, you guys, disclaimer once again, I have too many fucking seeds. I haven't even been able to get to fucking Mr. Grow It seeds. Like, come on, that should tell you how bad I got. Fuck, damn. I'm so sorry. If anybody sends me seeds and I haven't got to your seeds yet, they are in the works. I will get to them. I promise. I just, it's hard to go through seeds when you can clone. And one thing
I pretty much just stopped taking seeds, honestly, unless something like super crazy comes. Well, because I'm in the same boat, dude. I got way too many seeds right now for the space that I have.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I'd rather them go to somebody that's gonna grow them. You know what I mean? Like I always tell people, like you can send them if you want, but I can't promise you when. I can't tell you it's gonna be on my next grow because it's probably not.
That's exactly what I tell people too. I say, hey man, you better be ready. Like, know right now that if you send me something, I'm probably not going to get to it until next year. Or
don't be mad at me.
Yeah, don't give.
Or the year
promise
after.
I'll tag you and talk about you when I'm growing them, but until then,
yeah,
Yeah, she said, or the year after.
Whenever.
Whenever I get to it, I'll get to it.
Exactly.
There you go. Thurgood said he's addicted to seeds, and I said, absolutely right, sir. God dang it. Sometimes I fucking God, just a little while ago, I saw some strain on some fucking website, and I was like, I need it. I don't care. I bought like a couple seeds, and I'm like sitting there holding the seeds, and I'm like, I have all these other seeds. Why am I doing it?
You know what? I haven't bought seeds in a long time, but I find myself every now and then. I'll be like, I'll be curious about a strain, so I'll go look it up just to find out like what the lineage is. And then next thing you know, I'm on a website trying to buy them, and I'm like, shit, no, fucking stop it.
Oh man, it's because you see those crosses, and you're like, yo, that one and that one, those are fire. I need it.
Exactly. Then you see the pictures of it, and you're just like, oh my god, I could do that.
Have you guys ever grown any Gary Payton? Has anybody out there grown any Gary Payton?
I have not grown Gary Payton yet.
Not myself.
I don't even think I have Gary Payton seeds. I think that's one I don't have.
Let me tell you this much. Gary Payton, if it's a real Gary Payton, that shit is fucking dank. Like I grew it this one time. This look back in my page, it's probably in there somewhere. But this Gary Payton, the nugs were so fucking beautiful, just fat, delicious. It just came out so good. And then I smoked it, and it was delicious. It was one of the best.
Nice. Now, what was the best strain that you've grown so far to date?
Yeah, I knew that was coming, and that's what I was gonna say. As I could, that purple pillbox that I just grew from PSGX, that was a pretty dank one. Very dank. Everybody, the crystals, like how when you get those, though you see bougie buds, right? You look at his post, and those fucking buds are so crystally. You're like, how do I get that? That's the kind of bud it came out to be.
That's what
It
you
was
got.
Nice.
It was that crystally. It was that dank. Everybody wanted it. It sold like that. Like it was just, man, crazy. So yeah, Purple
Nice.
Pillbox by psgx.world. Go check him out. He's a cool fucking breeder, man. That guy's got the shit right there.
So now you're gonna get me looking at seeds again.
I went and I'll tell you the truth. I went in there and I looked at his seeds and I was gonna buy some seeds from him. And I was like,
I was looking at seeds the other day and I was like, I still want to get the strawberry cough from Homegrown from Kyle Cushman.
Yeah,
the Kyle Cushman strawberry cough. I still want those.
Yeah.
But you can't get. They don't ship to Canada.
Mm.
So every now and then I'm like, oh, I'll go check it out. Just see if he ships
Yeah.
to Canada. Because if he does, then I may have to just slide one into the cart.
Well, I mean, shit, man. There is zero fucking THC in these things. You should be able to ship them off and do like, because the laws are changing now, man. Laws are changing, and so they should be able to ship that shit off, and nobody even fucking trip. Because at the moment, there's no.
And that's why I check every now and then, because Kyle Cushman seems like somebody that would be like, oh yeah, I like Canada. I want to sell seeds there too.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like when he can, he will.
It'd only be smart because there's a new revenue or opportunity for revenue there, man. So
big time. Yeah, Canada loves weed.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Oh, for sure.
So I have never been to Canada, and I don't think I can go because I got felonies. Ugh, weak. That's so fucking stupid. You guys need little fellas, man. It's not like we're gonna do anything, man. Well, maybe
it's no different. Somewhat. I can't come to the U.S. I've been to the U.S., but I can't go anymore.
Why not?
Because you guys don't let in felons.
Bad.
Wow, that's trash. I'm sorry, sir. On behalf of the U.S., I gotta say I'm sorry for that one. Sorry for being so judgmental.
It goes both ways, I guess. You know,
100%.
I know there's people.
Hold on here.
I know of people that have said like, "I'm going."
Hold on, C Bunny, are you a felon? You look like a felon. Like you've been doing some work out there.
I'm a good girl.
Are you sure? I know there's some drug dealing in there. Some cartel.
You
know when they say they're good.
Just don't look up C Bunny. That's all.
Now, I do have to say,
don't look me up on the internet.
Well, one of these days they got to change that shit. One of these days because I want to go see Canada. That fucking place looks so beautiful. You guys have gorgeous, just like it's almost untouched. Some of the parts that are untouched by humans, and I don't know. I'm big on like the planet and where we're all going with this. And how much impact the human race has done in this planet, and it is insane, guys. Just as things that we rely on day to day, batteries, decomposing in fields, cars. Okay, stoner moment. Here we go. We're going down the road, right? Cars leak. Every car out here leaks a little bit of oil, even if you don't think your car leaks oil, it leaks some kind of fluid that is toxic to the planet.
Something.
Okay? Now think about how many cars are on this planet, because there's at least one car per adult in all of North America, right? And motorcycles count, all these automotive things, anything with oil. And there's all these emissions. There are emissions and they're leaking oil. Now think about this. Every time that it rains, it takes all that oil to the ocean every fucking time. And I watched a documentary on it saying that how much it's basically, yes, I am high. It's basically like a fucking oil spill every time it rains. And so it rains every fucking like other day, like in Seattle.
It might only be a spot. It might only be a spot about that big.
But that fucking oil spill, or I mean the oil pattern,
multiply that by millions.
By billions, dog. There's 8 billion people on the planet. If there's 8 billion people on the fucking planet, think of India. Think of all these places where there's just so many fucking people, guys. It's mind blowing. Yo, we're killing the fucking planet on something that we rely on now. Now I was thinking, I was like, okay, if if we before cars came along, right? Hold on, the dogs. we were a species that didn't get that far. Like we got far walking, but now with the invention of the car, we have just straight up can go from one side of the United States to the other side in a couple of days. Like that is insane. That was not possible before cars and shit. Even the early cars, Model Ts and shit. Before roads
you couldn't
and
do that back
interstates,
then.
you couldn't fucking do that shit. And so it kind of held us back a little bit. But now that we can fly, move, we could travel anywhere, it's just so many emissions, so much stuff going back into the earth, and we're killing it. But on top of it, the earth will be fine. After we're gone, the earth is going to be fine. This thing has been going around in a circle for billions of years. There has been massive extincts to happen on here. Do you guys know what now I'm stupid stone. Here we go. Do you guys know what the Siberian trap was?
No.
Anybody? Siberian trap. Nobody. Siberian trap was about a couple billion years ago. There was a fissure, what happens in the crust, where it just cracks open, and it's a volcano. Okay, it's a volcano, but not like a Mount St. Helens volcano.
Not like what we would know. Yeah.
Yes, not that we would know. It's just crack in the. Now, some places in Hawaii this happens, so it's a real thing. But it was 1,000 miles long or 10,000 miles long or something like that. Insanely huge, and it killed everything on the planet. It killed everything until the only things that survived were like moles and shit that went underground. So when it was time, ready to come out, they came out, they evolved and all this shit, and boom, here we are. Right? This could happen at any time, guys. At any time, and then when we're gone, that fucking planet's gonna keep going. The life is gonna keep going and evolving, and there's gonna be something else. And I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'm stoned. So
that's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Like these natural disasters are not natural most of the time. They were caused by
there's bad shit.
Human.
Oh shit. Yeah. If you guys think about it nowadays, one thing I also wanted to touch on is the nitrogen that we use to feed our plants and shit. Like I try to put the waste. I don't try to put it down the drain. Please, everybody, don't put it down the drain, because that's what's happening. That nitrogen is going into the rivers, and that's where we're getting these algae blooms that happen in the rivers. It's because there's so much nitrogen coming from feeding your lawn, fucking, just us, everybody contributing, just a lot of things. It's not just us, but we can help try not to contribute if we can put it back into our plants that we have outside. But even then, it's going into the groundwater. It's going into the river.
Yep.
It'll
hit the water table or whatever. It rains, it pushes it down, it washes away. Yeah.
El Connoisseur's over here fucking around. He's like, what about poisonous spider farts? Okay, I haven't heard of those ones. But if those are real, you better tell me.
Nice. Well, we are at the end of the hour.
Sorry,
which is crazy to think about.
I know. Sorry for
blabbing. It flew by.
Oh no!
That's
good.
Don't be. Yes.
I like guests like you because it's super, super easy. We say introduce yourself, and you do. And then an hour's gone by.
Yeah. So if you could let everybody know again where they could find you, where they could find your episodes.
Yeah. You guys can find me on Instagram under Sly_AKA_loco. And I have a backup page too, which is a 2.0, Sly AKA Loco 2.0. You can find me on YouTube under fucking Canna Combos. I just changed the name to Canna Combos with Sly AKA Loco, so you should be able to find me there. You can find me on Twitter. I did have a Twitter account. I don't really have that anymore. Fucking all the other shit. But those are the two main things that I'm on. I also have a Facebook, which is connected to the thing, but those are my little small things. I don't really do too much on there. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
I'll make sure that your links are are down below, so anybody can click and go. Make it nice and easy. I can't do the Instagram links on here for some reason. It won't let me.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just lights up red and says, no, you can't do that yet because it's a new page.
Wow,
It's a
they're
new
like,
page.
Maybe.
We're not quite there
Also,
yet. We haven't.
I wanted to thank everybody on here. Thank all the viewers, guys. El Connoisseur, all you guys, J Rats, Canna, Lisa, Little Bo, everybody out there. This cat grows, y'all. Everybody, thanks so much for tapping in because you guys are the reason why we get to do this. All right, we're doing
Yeah.
this
That's right.
because of everybody's out here just supporting and coming out here,
Yep.
and we're changing the fucking game, guys. We're changing the
Hell
game.
yeah, we are, and we couldn't do it without the people in the chat. Like we
Yes.
just wouldn't do it if we didn't have people here that were interested in what we're doing and
Mhm.
wanted to learn, like, and teach. Because like I learn probably more than I teach doing this.
Yeah. Shit, facts.
From
Oh,
from
100%.
guys like you, from people that come on Friday nights and stuff like that. Like I learn way more than I ever have taught anybody on here. So
Yes,
big up to
Yeah,
the
man.
chat.
Big up, guys.
Yes,
Thank you so
thank
much
you
for
all.
contributing because it helps out a lot, man. It keeps the flow going too. Especially when people say
Yes.
things like El Connoisseur over there fucking around and shit. It's like, wait, fool, I was trying to say something shit.
Did you get distracted?
I know.
But yes, we appreciate you coming on, man, and we're gonna have to do this again.
No, guys. Anytime you hit me up, I'll be on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Let me
so
know,
man.
much.
Anytime.
Thank
guys.
you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good night,
What do I
brother.
do? Do I go out? Do you guys go out?
I got you.
All right. See you later, everybody.
All right, later,
Have a good
dude.
night.
Oh, that was so much fun. I think I spent so many hours just talking to him.
Oh, I know. Like it's amazing how fast the hour goes by. Like it doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
And as Sly said, thank you all so much for joining us tonight for our first ever interview on Garden Cultivation Network. And don't forget to come hang out with us on Fridays and show your garden at 9 p.m.
Yes. And do we want to let people know who's on next Wednesday?
We can.
Briefly.
So next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have
J.R. Tolkien.
Oh, I thought you were going to put a video.
No, I don't have the video in here yet.
Oh, okay. So yeah, next Wednesday we have J.R. Tolkien. So you guys are gonna not want to miss that one. So if you hit the
Day
like,
before
subscribe,
Halloween, too.
and notification, yes, that's gonna be so much fun.
That will be fun. Actually, I guess I did realize it was the day before Halloween, but I didn't put it together. Crazy.
I didn't until you just said it.
I'm just looking at the date.
I'm like,
wait a minute. Yes.
We will see you all Friday.
Peace out.